TikTok's been a mess recently, so it's time to rant, but I'm also going to be constructive. So here's what's going to happen. Firstly, I'm going to show you guys a problem that TikTok has caused or created. Next up, I'll show you how I think TikTok should fix it, but of course, I'm no genius, so I could be wrong. And finally, I'll share how you as a streamer and creator can tackle these issues that TikTok has caused head on. Let's start with the mess that is the TikTok US ban. And if you want to know what's happening in general about the ban, I did a live stream about that. I'll put it in the description. But basically, TikTok's been causing more harm than good in their efforts to not get banned. As this BBC article at the top says, their lobbying efforts have been backfiring because they've been telling people to contact the House of Representatives and the Senate because TikTok told them to. As the article says, the lobbying campaign has actually worsened the concerns they have about the app. Now that was a first round of notifications. They actually sent a second round as well, which probably hasn't helped their case. Again, if you want to know more about the TikTok ban, just check the description. Now this one's way too big for me to have a solution for it. So we'll skip to step 3, which is what you as a creator should be doing. Well, again, I talked more about that on the live stream, and I also talked about it on my newsletter. Basically, you should be doing 3 things. One of them is multi-streaming to at least 2 platforms. The second one is post your vertical videos on Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok. Literally post the exact same video. So in case TikTok bans, you can get views on the other 3 platforms. And finally, you should be building an offsite community such as a Discord server. So again, if you or the whole app gets banned, you still have a community. Let's move to another mess, which is the removal of compatibility mode from Live Studio. So again, I kind of put a timeline of this in my newsletter. Basically, it disappeared. And then we got this weird message which said they'd optimized the scene loading speed and compatibility screen mode, obviously as I tweeted, by removing it. So they'd messed up there. And then as I wrote on the newsletter, their Discord was being spammed by people selling a plugin which will re-enable it. There was also a TikTok staff member in that Discord offering to enable compatibility mode for users. Of course, that's highly unprofessional because there's maybe like 0.01% of TikTok streamers in that Discord. I think there's a few hundred people in there, maybe 1,000 by now. But I don't think billion-dollar companies should be using Discord as their primary way to communicate. And then it took them about 4 days, but they did finally update this Discord to say that compatibility mode is undergoing updates. And in an additional essay here, this guy said it would take a few months for compatibility mode to return. And this was one of the most innovative features on Live Studio, by the way. So once again, this is just a mess of communication from TikTok Live. So my advice for TikTok is just improve your communication on this matter. For example, you could have sent an app notification to anybody who you've identified as using Live Studio, an explanation straight away. Instead, you waited about 4 days and then you typed in this Discord, which, as I said, has probably 0.01% of TikTok live streamers in it. So how does a creator or streamer tackle these issues? Well, I think you should be multi-streaming. I use Streamlabs Ultra, which is paid software, but there's free methods to multi-stream as well. Stream on at least 2 platforms, for example, TikTok and Twitch. TikTok's AI might not like you saying the word Twitch or YouTube, but you can easily get around that. For example, you can say, check out my stream on the purple platform. So you can see on this channel, I've got a multi-stream guide. It says 5 methods to multi-stream. I'll put that in the description. There's both free and paid methods, along with my affiliate link for Streamlabs Ultra there as well. Right, next up, here's a weird one. Here's just TikTok staff going undercover, not very well undercover, inside other Discords to try and work out what these other Discords are doing. So I think this Discord was selling like illegal TikTok stream keys. This TikTok staff member, who literally has a role that says staff inside the unofficial Live Studio Discord, was in another Discord asking questions about stream keys. If you represent a billion-dollar company, you should be transparent and tell people that. That is just the professional and ethical thing to do. So TikTok, that's my advice for you. If you're a creator or a streamer, just be aware that there might be somebody from TikTok inside your Discord. So just follow the rules of TikTok. Here is one of the most insane ones to me. This is the TikTok support official account on X Twitter. If we head into the replies, let's look how much in March they have replied to people. We've got 1 reply on March the 16th, 1 reply on March the 12th, and a reply on March the 1st. So TikTok's official account, you can see it's affiliated with TikTok, has replied to 3 people in 18 days. Now, let's compare that to Team YouTube. In the replies, 45 seconds ago, 1 minute ago, 1 minute ago. So 3 replies for YouTube, 1 minute, 3 replies for TikTok, 18 days. That is insane. So again, my constructive criticism to TikTok, delete the account unless you're going to actively use it and reply from it. This is just a horrible look for you, TikTok. Again, as the title says, TikTok is clearly a poorly organized and understaffed company, and there's no better example than this Twitter X account, which has replied 3 times in 18 days. Again, my advice for you as a creator on this front is don't rely on TikTok support. So make yourself platform agnostic. Again, post your videos on multiple platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and live stream on multiple platforms as well, because if you get an issue, as you can see, TikTok's probably not going to help you. Now, there is actually one way of getting help if you are banned, falsely banned that is, and that is through a free to join TikTok Live agency. And I'll put this link in the description. They can also get stream keys. But why am I saying this? Why am I saying this as part of the rant? Well, the world's largest agency is Gravitas Q, and it's part owned by Ben Toy, who is one of the biggest live streamers on the platform. His methods might be controversial, but TikTok allows it. And a few months ago, Ben Toy got banned. It took TikTok over 1 month to unban an agency owner who was one of the biggest live streamers on the platform, and clearly he was falsely banned because he got unbanned eventually. But it is insane to me that one of the biggest live streamers on the platform, who also owns an agency which is supposed to help people get unbanned, it took a month for TikTok to unban him. So again, my constructive criticism to TikTok is hire more staff to deal with the bans and organize your company better. The biggest live streamer on the platform, or one of the biggest, should not be taking a month to get unbanned. That is clearly a sign of poor organization and or a lack of staff. Again, I'm repeating myself, you as a creator, just don't overly rely on TikTok. Multi-stream on at least 2 platforms. And like I say, do join a free-to-join agency. They can help you get unbanned. It might take a month like it took for Ben Toy, but they can help. I'll put my agency list in the description. They're all verified. This is the list. And again, they can get you a stream key as well if you want. And the whole page just explains the benefits and reasons to join an agency. Now, speaking of agencies, I actually applied to create my own UK-based agency because they have to be country-based via this TikTok Live Backstage back in August 2023. And just last week, I got a text which rejected me. So once again, an example of TikTok being understaffed. According to Google, that was 225 days that it took them to reject my agency application. So again, my advice for you, TikTok, is if you're gonna have an application system for something, you need to hire the staff to deal with the applications faster. You need to organize better and hire more human beings to help, or AI, of course, can help a little bit with stuff like that as well. Again, I'm on repeat mode for you as a creator and live streamer. Don't overly rely on a single platform. Now, sometimes people are too big to join agencies, and TikTok actually directly manages some people. So here's an experience somebody had being directly managed by TikTok, and this is for TikTok Live to kind of help them grow. He's deleted his Discord account for some reason, but anyway, he says TikTok is a joke and he's looking forward to see what Elon Musk can do with X to compete with TikTok. So again, this is just more examples of TikTok clearly being either poorly organized and or understaffed, because even people with direct connections, this is the live streamer who had a direct connection with TikTok, he found the experience to be a joke. So again, I am on repeat for most of this video. TikTok, please hire more people, or please organize yourself better. All right, let's talk about equal enforcement of the rules now. So I actually made this channel in my Discord server because people were constantly asking me about it. They come in my Discord server and say, I got restricted or banned for doing this type of live stream, but it works for somebody else. So my simple reply to them is to send them to this channel. And as you can see, I told them to focus on themselves because TikTok does not fairly or equally enforce the TikTok Live rules. As I said here, they are way too reliant on the AI to scan your live stream, and clearly it doesn't seem to be scanning every live stream. So really simple solution for you, TikTok. Please equally enforce your rules. Again, you'll have to do that by getting better moderation tools or hiring more human beings to help. And you can see what I've written here, the solution for you guys as a creator. Join a TikTok Live agency. They can help protect you if you're falsely banned. I do have a video about avoiding warnings, but again, let's be clear, you have to follow the TikTok Live rules, but people do get restrictions falsely put on their account, even if they follow the rules. And of course, if you are getting restricted or banned, change up your content, experiment until you don't get falsely banned or restricted. I'll put that avoid warnings video in the description. So TikTok Live is a computer streaming platform. It's been around since 2020. And actually, I was one of the first to get access to a stream key. Now, why am I saying this? Because only just last week, did Streamlabs actually announce an official integration with TikTok Live, where you can click on this apply button, it's inside Streamlabs, and you can apply for access to stream directly through Streamlabs desktop. So why do I say this? Well, Elon Musk took over X, I believe, in late 2022, and within a year, Streamlabs was announcing an X-Twitter integration. And by the way, Elon Musk cut about 85% of his workforce, and they still announced this. Meanwhile, TikTok took 4 years of computer streaming to announce this. Again, just an example of the company being slow, which is clearly a sign of either poor organization or TikTok being understaffed and they need to hire more people. Of course, or they're hiring the wrong people who don't have a clue. And again, I'm on repeat here, but you as a creator, I suggest you should be multi-streaming to at least 2 platforms. Link in description about multi-streaming. So as I mentioned earlier on in the videos, I help some agencies add people to their agency. I don't work directly for them, but I added this guy for Gravitas Q, and you can just about see, I know it's pretty small, his review expired. What that means is TikTok staff have to review an account and accept it into the agency, but the account went unreviewed for 2 weeks, so the review automatically expired. Just another example of TikTok being either poorly organized or understaffed, as I said to DJ himself in this DM. Again, I'm on repeat, but TikTok, please hire more human beings to help you in the different departments. I think I've probably highlighted about 4 different departments by now, including support, live agencies, and just TikTok live development in general that need more human beings quite clearly. Remember earlier on where I said some TikTok staff just don't have a clue? Well, this is somebody contacting TikTok shop support about getting a stream key. And basically the TikTok shop crew haven't got a clue. They've just told the person they can just visit this link to get a stream key. But what they haven't told them is you can only get stream keys from free to join TikTok live agencies. Again, yet another example of TikTok being poorly organized and not passing information between departments. I also find it funny how they've said there are visual walkthroughs. I think walkthroughs one word, by the way, anyway, specifically for finding the stream key for OBS on YouTube. Again, if we're nitpicking, if you're a professional company, capital Y, capital T, you can see how they've spelled TikTok correctly, but not YouTube. Anyway, I find that funny because they've probably watched one of my videos which said go to this link, but they've not watched the part of my video which said join a free to join TikTok live agency to get a stream key. So basically this person contacted TikTok shop support and they didn't have a clue. So again, my advice to you, TikTok, hire people who actually know what they're talking about. And to help them with that, you need to work on linking your departments together with more information. Again, you as a creator, don't overly rely on one platform because you'll sometimes get clueless support like this. I don't even know what to say on this one, by the way, so I'll just let you pause it and read it if you want. So I could probably go on, but we'll leave it there. I'll send this to TikTok's press department for a right of reply. And if they do reply, I'll do a live stream sharing their response and I'll put that video on screen and in the description. And I'll also share their response if they do in my newsletter, also in the description.